Hey guys, the Chaos Block here, and what I'm going to be showing you guys today is how to make a gameplay commentary. This tutorial will be in particular with Sony Vegas and Fraps. So these are the two I suggest. I'm just capturing my screen right now with Camtasia, as you can see, because it works well with desktops. It doesn't work well with games, just saying. So let's get straight into the commentary. So the first thing you want to do is get Fraps. I'm not saying to pirate the software. I don't condone it. I'm not saying to, but maybe sometimes software can be a bit pricey. But I'm not responsible for anything you do from watching this video. So first thing you do, you get Fraps. And after that, you install and everything like that. And after that, you set it up and everything. So you'll see this. The next thing you want to do, this is what's very important. I see a lot of people forget this in their videos. It just bothers me. The FPS counter, they don't disable it. So the first thing you want to do is just hide overlay. That will make your video look a lot better in my opinion, because I don't really need to see a number and like say the edge of your screen. But if you are, I would highly suggest this edge, because that's where usually people would be looking. So unless you're doing a benchmark or something. Next thing we're going to do is go over to movies right here. Then you want to make sure the first thing you do is set it to record Windows 7 sound. And the next thing is lock frame rate while recording. These two are very important. So, this happened to me one time. I had this really good gameplay, but after I recorded it with my microphone by accident, I didn't select that. And I was really mad because I had to go back into theater mode and do it all again over again. So yeah, next thing you want to select, this is also very important, make sure that your frame rate is set to 29.97 or 30 frames per second. So I see a lot of people do this. They set it to 60 frames per second, and after that they think it's gonna come in 60 frames per second, and after that, that's what she said, they think it's gonna be uploaded to YouTube at 60 frames per second, and it's not going to, because YouTube just cuts it down, and it's just gonna be a waste of time and space and on your hard drive, and it's just a waste of CPU too. So either 30 or 29.97. I use 29.97 just to be safe. Just make sure it never goes above 30 frames per second, but that's what I do. Now what you do to record is make sure you set your hotkey. I use F6. Usually games don't use F6. Then you would select it whatever you're doing in theater mode or something like that, say Call of Duty. You just recorded it, and once you're done, I'd highly suggest making this to your desktop, but just for comparison's sake and tutorial sake, it's set like this because that's the way it usually is. Now you go inside your hard drive. I keep inside my boot camp, and also it's a 32-bit file. So we go inside there, and we find portable. Where's portable? Right there. And also just gotta get rid of that, that's a bit annoying. And go over to movies, you find that, and then here's two gameplays. Now since Sony Vegas, I don't know if it's just a problem with me, it won't read AVI files, at least from Fraps. So what I do is I download this software called Handbrake, and it will change it over to MP4. So I'm gonna show you guys how you would do that. So I can just gotta wait for it to open. Now's the time. Out of all the times, I'll probably just speed that up. Okay. So what you do is you get your source, then you open file, then you get it. Say this is one example, and it's gonna scan it. Blah blah. Wait until it's 100%. Then I would highly suggest sending it to your desktop. And what you do, you call it 1 2 3 4 whatever you want. So I don't know. So then you make sure it's set to MP4. I don't know if Sony Vegas reads MKV. Then another thing I always do, I don't know if this actually helps it, but I raise the quality to 23, the constant quality to 23. It's normally set at 20, but I just raise it, who cares. And frame rate, make sure it stays same as source. And audio, I suggest raising the bit rate just a bit to 192. And yep, that's about it. So once you recorded, once you've converted your gameplay over to MP4, this is with Sony Vegas, so I'm just saying, once you convert it to with MP4, what you do is open up Sony Vegas Pro 1260 Verbit, then wait for it to start up and everything. Anytime now. Almost there. Okay, and then since this is gonna be a tutorial. Oh wait, this is from my previous video. Sorry about that. Son of a bitch. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Yeah, keep it like this. Okay, so what you do is you go over here, then you open up where is it? Say desktop. Then you find your gameplay that you just did. Now, first thing I'd suggest doing is turn it all the way down. I see a lot of people, they forget to do this and then they just keep it at 20 point. I think the default is 2.3. So that sounds really annoying. So I just set it, keep it down. But if you have something in the same line, just completely turn this down so then the audio won't be interfered with. Say you have something else in this line. Now the next thing you want to do is, since you're making a commentary, it depends if you want to do it separately with Audacity, but if you want to just be lazy, you can just record it from Sony Vegas. So let's start recording. Hey guys, the Chaos Block here. I enjoy talking into this microphone, and I'm just talking inside a microphone, and yep, pretty much that's it. Then you're done. Then the next thing I want to make sure you do is you go inside properties, make sure it's 1920 by 1080. This is a tutorial for 1920 by 1080. Frame rate, NTSC, and field order, non-progressive scan. Make sure you do that. And after that, pixel aspect ratio, square. Then for pixel format, I always do 32-bit floating point. I think it maybe I don't know exactly what it does. I just think it makes it look a bit better. Render quality best, of course. And motion blur type, Gaussian. And I don't know what this is. I don't mess with it. But if you know what it is and you know what you're doing, then I guess why'd you be watching this? But if you know what that is, just I guess select whatever you want. So once you got that applied and we're done recording and everything like that, then the next thing you want to do is render as. Click on render as. Gosh, everything takes so long. So what I'd highly suggest doing is going to Sony AVC / MVC, MP4, you know, this kind of stuff, you know. Now after that, I would click on this, then customize the template. Now the next thing you want to do is check out everything and make sure it's correct and everything like that. You know, make sure it's set to AVC in high definition, 1920 by 1080. You don't want any mismatching with your properties. I suggest a bitrate, just keep it this one at this level. But if you want to, you can raise it a bit. Then encode mode, I always keep it automatic, and make sure you just keep it automatic because it crashes it crashes less. Gosh, okay, so video render quality best, make sure maybe you forget inside the properties, and then you click OK. Well, actually we have one last thing. Yeah, just check out the audio, make sure everything's okay, 192. Then you just click render. Then it's gonna take its sweet time and everything like that, but that's just something you gotta deal with. If you have a slower computer, it'll go faster, and that's pretty much all you gotta do. Now, since we're telling you guys how to upload to YouTube, now what you want to do is just yeah, obviously maybe you want to save, but hey, we don't need to save that. Now you go into your YouTube, make sure you're signed in and everything. I know this is a bit redundant, but some people may not know. So what you do is let me just get open a Chrome, and then you go over to upload. Then we're gonna be using one of my commentaries that I tried to upload. Then you drag it. Then you just pretty much do everything. You can edit your description. Hi. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys like the video, please leave a like and everything like that. Where's the cancel button? Please leave a like, and if you enjoyed it, please subscribe for more. And Chaos Vlog out.